According to our sources at talkSPORT, Jack Grealish has accepted his Manchester City career is over. He expects to leave the club this summer. He was left on the bench for the FA Cup final, as we know, and he's not involved in the Club World Cup squad, we understand. So, Napoli apparently showing an interest.
Spurs would be good.
Spurs, yeah, I mean, he may. I'm just wondering, Aaron. I mean, it's maybe abroad. He's maybe going to look at McTominay and Gilmore and one or two other players that have gone abroad and done well. Maybe he just feels like he needs a fresh start away from the Premier League.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if that is the case. Like you said, there's not many English players who do go abroad. But like you said, he's been recent ones. McTominay has been a massive success. And maybe he's thinking, I just want a time where he's done a lot in the Premier League. He's won everything, and he may want a different type of challenge. For me, Jack is such a fantastic football player. Wherever he goes, he needs to be playing football. Like I said, he's way too talented. He's unbelievable. I remember playing against him a few times and thinking, this boy's special. So for me, wherever he goes, I just hope he's looking at it football-wise and just thinking, I need to go somewhere and play football now.
You're right. He was very successful at City, but there was always that underlying feeling, wasn't there, that this is not the player he really is, the player that he wants to be, the freedom. Playing within, you can't criticise Pepe, he's brilliant, but the Grealish at Villa was more exciting.
No, 100%. Yeah, definitely. I like I said, I played against him at times when he was at Villa, and I remember thinking, like I said, he was unplayable at times. He had everything, whether he was playing in the 10 or off the left. He was so difficult to play, and he could do everything. He could go past you. He was strong. He could see a pass, and it felt like he's gone to City. And don't get me wrong, he's been really successful. He's won everything, but it just felt like he was coming inside a lot and slaying it off. Whether that's coached or whether the manager's asking for that, who knows? Or maybe he's lost a little bit of confidence. But for me, I'm not seeing the player that I'd like to see. Like I said, for me, Jack is one of the best, and I don't think we're seeing that in the City shirt, especially not recently anyway. And he's not at the minutes.
No.
So which is also tough as a player, especially someone like Jack. He should be playing week in, week out. He's coming off the bench here and there. It's such difficult when you're playing out wide to come on and just affect games all the time.
Yeah, the profile of the player, something like Jeremy Doku, who he's a bit more direct, is running at players, he's beating players. It's odd. Jack can do that. He hasn't got that kind of raw pace, but he offers you lots and lots of different things.
No, 100%. Like I said, he's opposite. He's not the same as Doku, like I said, but he can go. Like I said, Jack has the ability to go past players. He could walk past players. Yeah, he's that good. He can go inside. He can go outside. And we've just not seen it from him recently. Like you said, I don't know whether that's down to the manager or whether that's down to himself, or maybe just not getting a run of games. Because I've actually seen him in times, especially in the FA Cup this season. I thought he played really well. So I was surprised to see him not playing towards the end of the season. But it looks like the writing's on the wall, like you said. He's been left out the Club World Cup now, and it looks like his time's up.
Big fee though, big wages, and maybe that means it's going to be a loan or something, because who can afford?
Yeah, I mean Napoli. What are they going to get for him? 40, 50 million tops, because they know they want to sell, and Napoli won't pay that sort of money.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like you said, what did he go for? 100 million? So they do well to get half of that back. And like you said, he's going to be on huge wages. So can Napoli afford to pay that also? And like I said, we're linking him with Napoli. Who knows? I'm sure he'll have many suitors. Like I said, I just hope he goes somewhere when he's playing, because he's too good not to be playing football.
Do you think he needs to go somewhere? Sorry, Paul.
Yeah, sorry, Andy.
We were talking about this before. The football, not just the money. I do wonder with these agents. I know that's their job, get the client the most money. Yeah. But I'm looking at Jadon Sancho this week and thinking, you should have stayed at Chelsea, even if they only offered you 150 grand a week only, as opposed to 300 or whatever you're on.
Yeah, it's a difficult one.
It's mad. I don't get it. You had a season in a club where you developed. They liked you. They wanted you. You could have had gone on and done that.
Now he's back to square one.
Square one. It's really awful.
Yeah, no, like I said, if I was definitely advising these players, they've got more than enough money. I'd be saying, go play where you're going to go somewhere and play. Like I said, Jadon Sancho's another one. These two players are way too gifted, way too talented to not be playing week in, week out. So for me, if I was advising them, I'd say go somewhere where you're going to be loved, and somewhere you're going to play week in, week out, and go and show your ability and go love the game again, because like I said, they're two of the top talents, and we need them playing for England also.
Paul Hawksbee and Andy Jacobs, Monday to Friday afternoons 1 till 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.